grateful to be here in it. Thank you for hearing me. Kind of cute. Can I go in your direction for a moment? There we go. I mean, just the whole. Well, you got nice light going on here. It's a good quality orange. Well, you see what I'm saying, right? There. Well, you know, it's striking. The last days of what day is it? Is it the 10th? June, early first week of June-ish. Every day is a new experience in this earth. Grateful to be here. So all the dillweed here, these marsh restoration projects remind me as a kid we used to take these field trips. Yeah?
Big shadow it throws.
This is freaking epic, my friend.
Way, the hope, and the life.
And I just keep seeing the atomic cloud back there, unfortunately, but it's a tree of life and otherwise. Here we are. You know, normally I am sharing this experience with you. One of those beautiful spots in San Francisco today. Feeling far, friend? What is that?
outside.
Could be you and I. That's the point we walked to the other day, right? What's up with that cloud pattern over it? It's just telltale. Speaking of signs, that's Sutro back there. There we go. That's cool. Yeah. It's fun. All right. Nipply. Brisk. Well, I'm digging it because we're working on a mural right now at the mountain range and Sutro Tower, and the wave would be where the tree is. And I'm seeing how we might adopt some of our color patterns for it with this. Right now it's got kind of a daytime thing, and we're trying to figure out how to make it, frankly, a bit darker, and why not, you know, gorgeous wave tree pattern against a apocalyptic sky with our, you know, telltale Sutro. Iconic local transmission tower as our guest. We've already committed this far. I just figured we're going to ride out the sunset together. We'll walk back in darkness.
It's going to be a few more minutes.
Oh yeah? Okay. Well, you know, whatever. Commitment to the moment. We can walk at any point, right? Yeah, this will not have the fidelity for that. Well, with that, we can just bid it adieu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a lovely, unexpected afternoon here. Evening, segue into the night, and the next day. The day after that, here's to many more. It's one of the friends that are making this week. Here's to that.
The pyrotechnic gig is canceled for the 4th of July, the Redwood City one, and the other Vallejo show too. That it hadn't even occurred to me it was a possibility, but
It is not, and there it is.
Monty, the head pyro guy, just sent me a message saying, "Hey, sorry.
There were fireworks going on over here earlier, so that was one of the
Gigs
things
canceled."
we came down to.
What gigs?
What gigs indeed. There's work. That's why there's so many people that can be in the street, is we're all out of...
He's a pretty methodical, organized fellow.
There are people like that in the world.
A lot of attention to detail.
It's important when you're dealing with high explosives.
Yeah, you want that in somebody in his position.
I'm grateful for his personality with that. That's one reason I'm not in high explosives. I'm an esoteric sunset tree watching.
experience sharing. Woo.
There it goes. It's slipping behind the hill. Goodbye, my son, my prince, the giver of life. It's good to be Stardust. What else would you be? Yeah, I know. I'm not quite sure what it is. I thought it was a seagull. It's an egretish. I have no egrets except for this one. Where'd it go? Disappeared. All right. There we go. All right. Shall we do it? There's the return. All right, my friends. Thank you. Oh, it's so close. Until they fucked it all up. So
I used to, but I mean, used to like 10 years ago.
Well, yeah,
it's not even remotely comparable now.
No, Final Cut 7 was great, and they stopped, and then Final Cut X came out, and everything kind of sucked after that. I mean, they tried. There's some neat things. There's some nifty features, but Premiere has really, which used to be problematic, is now much more of all the things we used to like about the other one. And, yeah.
Well,
I would use Premiere.
I think I can get them to give me Premiere.
I can give you Final Cut if you like.
The new one? I don't have anything to run it.
Okay. Oh, that's so
that's
gorgeous.
not entirely true. Well, I have an older MacBook Pro now.
I got some PCs we can put OS 10 on. I mean,
that I inherited. But you don't want to be running Final Cut on a fucking laptop.
I mean, you know,
especially
depends
not
on what you're
an older
doing.
laptop.
I was cutting video in 2001. How old do you want to get on computers? Because thank God, tapes suck.
Yeah, but you don't want to be using newer software on older laptops.
No, just the whole thing would be like, yeah, go back to film and call me next year when you're done.
No, I feel like you want a whole deck with several drives and a track wheel.
I've got several
big screens.
I've got 10 terabytes of 40 terabytes of hard drive space on my desk right now.
And I don't really want to own all that because that's just another fucking rock around like that.
Well, it's about 8 times the size of this phone. The whole thing, which is replacing 2 boxes of hard drives.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I did that with, that's what I thought.
I also don't need 40 terabytes.
No, unless you're doing a bunch of video work.
No, I do, but I do it at work.
You shoot these multi-hour long, multi-camera performances over 10 years, and you need some hard drive space.
I do short training films.
This is so beautiful out here. Where are we, Joe? How would you define this? Is there a name for this area?
I would call it Double Rock.
We are at Double Rock.
Slough.
And Yosemite Slough. Say it with me. It's not just a cartoon character. Yosemite Slough. All right. Yeah. None of this is real. At least anything you're standing on. All right. With that, we'll just show you where we've been at.
This is Yosemite
we're
just
accepting the sun. Is
from
this
here, the
yeah.
Broader area on this
Broader?
side of Hunters Point
Yeah.
is the South Basin, the Hunters Point South Basin.
Yeah, all right.
These things here, that's
This is your
Double Rock.
neighborhood, right? This is your backyard, essentially?
My backyard.
That's kind of awesome. Lucky bastard.
Blocks from here.
Fold fill of deal weed
Short
and a tree.
short distance away.
Yeah.
It's not all of the neighborhood is smiles and sunshine. It's zombie land most of the time, most of it.
Well, like what's in that big building over there, for example? Although right in the script, probably sarcophagus.
Block. That's currently the home of file safe storage, formerly the home of the Naval Radiological Defense Laboratory.
Right. So they hide all this stuff.
And that was their final building at Hunters Point. They had more. I think that was their fourth building that housed the radiation lab. The final one, it was built specifically for that purpose. You notice there's no windows. The whole building is blocked. The only building
It's
is
your-
the very top left is the cafeteria.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
It's still in use. It's not the most contaminated.
That's fine.
Radiation testing there. Some of the buildings they inhabited before that, and some of the other ground sites are much hotter than that. That's actually safe to use, they say. As long as you
Or store your files in.
as long as you don't go around the plumbing.
Yeah. I was hoping they'd relight the fireworks over there, but it's not to be, I guess.
Usually around 9 the last week or so. I
Sounds
thought
like-
about setting off some
Well, I'm sure it'd end up far different from where you're intending, given the wind velocity at the moment.
If it's too windy to light a fuse, then it's probably too windy to shoot off a 3-inch mortar.
I've been experimenting with burning wood for texturizing and then recoating with staining and the like, and it's coming out pretty cool. It's not a unique process, but the kids dig it. So I picked up a big torch.
But yeah, this is a nice. It's a nice enough spot. Hunters Point is It's still Hunters Point, but it's not all bad. It's got its spots. It's got a few secret places. I maybe wouldn't recommend wandering around here after dark, unless you know what.
I still go back and forth to my gallery on 6th Street, but yeah, different world. Oh, there's the one with the tree.
It's more of a zombie land type deal down here.
Well, the radiation doesn't help.
What with the zombies?
Uh-huh. I mean, isn't that traditionally one way you get...
I don't know.
You
I
want
think-
zombies? Lots of radiation. I mean, and Godzillas. We just have ants, but that's how you get them.
I don't think the radiation makes them zombies. I think what passes for American society makes them zombies.
Yeah. I'd say we're working on it.
Well, it's a free-for-all down here. The word has been out for months that the cops aren't going to bust anybody for anything.
Well, that's good.
Even before all this latest business, the word is out. Property crimes. They will come. You call them, they come, but they won't. Most of the time, they won't even fill out a report, much less arrest anybody. Even if you have the video and the people right there, you can be like, "Look, these are the people. This is the tape of them stealing my stuff. Here's my stuff that they now have." The cops will not arrest or do anything for that matter.
It's going to be more like that for a period of time, and to rethink the whole system, I guess I'm all right with. Just hopefully a few people get
law and order
listed.
they're going to contribute, if that's the effectiveness of this exorbitant, expensive, violent, biased system,
We might as well not have them killing people indiscriminately as well.
Why are we paying millions and millions and millions of dollars? Why are we paying the lion's share of our municipal budgets for this thing that really, by any objective measure, in addition to being horribly unjust and violent and in some ways really destructive to society, is not even fulfilling the tasks that it is supposed to fulfill in solving property and crimes and violent crimes. It's not deterring nor solving them. So what the fuck are we paying for?
Graft. They keep increasing budgets.
Well, we're paying for rapidly evolving into the all grown up I'm not super cool with that.
Luckily, a lot of people aren't either.
Forgive me for it, but I'm not down.
God.
You could almost say I would,
Layers.
you know,
Jesus.
I don't want to live in a society like that.
Well, things are changing day to day. And the time to reinvent these systems, more than any other time in my lifetime, there's things at hand. Unprecedented changes and door openings and reconsiderations and just fuck all. It's got to happen because things can't be this way any longer. And it's going to get weirder and harder as the year goes on in all manner of resorts, of which we haven't even opened. Well,
we can imagine.
Yeah, well, unfortunately.
We can't imagine accurately.
No, we won't record those guys lest they should.
Well, I don't know what they're up to, but
Oystering.
No, they're probably dumping a body. I should imagine.
Well, that's why I'm not turning the camera in that direction. Live and let be.
That's a guy and a girl.
Yeah, no, they're on a date. They're just motorboating around. There we go.
I don't know whose boat that is, but it doesn't look too beat up. It's in fairly good shape.
Should we leave with what the boat is we found here? Well, shit, it's still just like, look at the layers of that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Oh, I wish I brought the better camera. I'm gonna squeal like a girl with the wind.
I hear a bottle rocket.
Which is fine.
A lovely couple for a stroll on top of the hill there. A lot more people have found out about this place lately.
Well, there we go.
Still, as you see, it's not overrun. It's not like a regular city park. It's still.
Well, the world at large is still largely unpopulated. I mean, many people are coming out, many people are going back in, and
no man's land.
yeah. Well, luckily, I'm a squirrel. Whew. It's aromatic over here. That's the smell of the sea and things happening.
They call it the smell of the sea, but it's actually the smell of land.
Is it decomposing land stuff?
Rock.
Well, yes.
Yeah, if you're at sea, it doesn't smell like that.
Oh my
It smells
God,
like
that's so
salty
gorgeous.
fish.
Look at all the rimming going around the little island there. That's just spectacular. Sorry about that steadiness.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a good one.
Well, it just depends on where you're at.
Someone's been walking here. Look, I see footprints.
Yeah, I'm clumsy. How that boat got here. That was. I hear a few from the Acropolis. Listening. This? Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's a brick from the Aegis.
No, that's a burned and melted brick from the 100% certain from the
fire
from the 06 earthquake and fire.
All right, that's what you were saying.
Because this is debris from the 06 earthquake and fire for the most part.
It's the bones of the buildings of your ancestors.
Well, not mine, but somebody.
I were in New Jersey at that time.
I guess I had some relatives in Seattle-ish by then. But yeah, when you have a ruined city and you got to dump it somewhere. were dumping probably a whole lot of asphalt in 1906.
Oh, there they are.
There you go. I wonder if that's somebody I know.
It's a small world here in San Francisco.
That could be.
Oh, so glorious.
A friend of ours.
Oops.
Well, no, not really a friend, but someone I've met before.
Yeah. We've met some people.
Somebody else hanging out with his dog over there as well.
Remember that wolf last time, man? That thing was
Oh, yeah.
freaking. That was a beast of a creature.
Lanky fucker.
Magnificent, but
Wasn't aggressive.
well, I mean, he, was very curious about everything up my butt, and other things.
Even around its people, when some strangers came up, it
Did not.
didn't take any aggressive posture at all.
Very inquisitive, which had me going, where does it go?
Curious dog.
So here's how we got here. This is our ride, so they've discontinued the ferry service, so now it's a personal jet ski boat. Yeah, burned down entire parts of the city. Where's our apocalyptic landscape? Indeed, Joe is with me. Hi, Babalu. So Heidi was there earlier. No, she's still with us. Heidi Reed's an old friend of mine from high school. She's on the other side of the world, or the other side of the country, at least. It's darker over there. It'll be dark here soon. We'll hear wolves. Look at the Sutro Tower thing there. What's neat, I can't quite see. There's a little bit of the. It's kind of a little. I don't know where we're crowning, but it's kind of like radiant lines out from the Sutro Tower. Fuck. I just mesmerized. That's why I wasted all this time, or spent all this time, however much the 80, 50 years. Well, clearly it's not anchored. The motor's still in it. Yeah, look at this shit.
No, I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
Boat. I'm not looking to secure it.
We're not going to carry the boat back. Okay.
But I would like to know what happened to
We're out at the end. Shafter's Point or something. Yeah, well, let's go to that mode. All right, hey Joe, why don't you hang out there for a moment?
on somewhat level ground before it gets.
All right, we're just gonna wave goodbye to the kids back home, and there we go. All right, probably in there somewhere. Hey, all right, there's the thing. Other people. All right, I don't know if either one of this. What about Lou? One last shot into the void.
Anybody following along?
Babalu says, "Howdy, kids. Where are you?" Yeah, Alameda. We are not in Alameda. It does
Definitely
appear
not.
islandish.
Look a little closer. You'll see maybe a familiar structure on the horizon there.
Sutro. But we're not in Sutro without you to see that.
No, the Eye of Sauron.
Well, yeah, kind of coming up there.
Currently burning, not illuminated. Until after dark.
Let's get some fucking lightning bolts coming off of that. Oh god. All right, there we go. I really should zip up my jacket here. Well, here's to my bodily senses letting me know that it's brisk and alive, and that tree is really kind of a figure. It's out there. All right.
It's here somewhere. It's on the bottom of the fucking lake. Digging around in the toxic
So this is a reclamation sort of project they're doing down here. And we just happened to come across a really beautifully positioned sunset and tree. And with that, we'll still have lake and head back. Goodbye, friends.